That's a little bee just hovering right there in the strip of sun. Is that not the coolest looking thing? Look at, oh shoot, as soon as I zoom in it flew off. Well, it must be camera shy. All right. Oh.
He likes that spot.
Yeah, is he back? Huh. 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 He's like, turn the camera off. I just want to enjoy the sun. Look at that. Oh, pretty bee. Hi. Hi, beautiful pretty bee. I love you. You're very beautiful. All right. Okay. You can have your privacy now. I'm climbing the Mount Abraham trail and saw this pretty, okay, wiggly wiggly. Saw this guy fly up in front of me. Oh yeah, beautiful. Hi, big guy. It's oh, there he is. Sun got in my eye. Oh. Hi, big fella. Oh, aren't you beautiful? Aren't you beautiful? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm gonna leave you alone, okay? I'm just gonna pass by. Don't you worry. Okay. Goodbye. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see. So this is the remnants of a demolished fire warden cabin. So I suppose if you found yourself in dire straits, like really desperate to escape the elements, you could go in there from the wind and the rain, maybe even the snow, I don't know. Might have to keep shoveling out this opening. But, yeah. Yeah, so, let's see. This is what it looks like from the other side. This is what I saw from the summit. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of the view and then get back on the AT. So here is the view from the summit of Mount Abraham. This is my third 4,000 footer on the New England 67 list that's not on the AT. Saddleback and Saddleback Horn from yesterday were on the list, but that was part of the AT. So I saw this. I don't know what it is. Probably something else to do with the fire warden cabin or tower or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, it's very beautiful up here. It's most of the trail was not easy. I'm not going to say easy. Well, there was actually plenty of sections that was easy. But there was the very beginning was easy. It was flat and pine needles. Just showing you still here. Oh, and if I didn't say it, obviously that fire warden cabin is from the top of Mount Abraham. I am not going to start walking until I put this phone away because, as you can see, we are on the top of a rock pile. And I am not twisting my ankle out here while I am off trail, off the AT, and nobody else will find me for forever. Anyway, what was I going to say? Gosh, I don't know. It's beautiful. Who the heck knows what I was going to say? But anyway, off I go. Gotta get back on the AT and take it easy. Oh, it was easy. There was the very, very, very beginning section was easy. Then it wasn't all that challenging. That's what I wanted to say. It wasn't all that challenging. It wasn't horrendous. But then it got, you had to pay attention once you got on this, this rock pile. Reminds me of the presidentials. Just a little too much. Anyway, okay, here we go. Hey, so this is pretty cool. This plaque commemorates the final link of the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to read it to you. Of course, I may jerk around a bit because the flies are so out of control that the second you stop, they're all over you, just like rotting meat. So maybe I am rotting meat. I don't know. But here's the thing. In honor of the men of the Civilian Conservation Corps who, from 1935 to 1939, contributed greatly to the completion of the Appalachian Trail in Maine, and who, on August 14, 1937, near this spot, completed the final link of the entire 2,054-mile trail dedicated August 14, 1987, by the volunteers of the Appalachian Trail Club. Now, you know what's really cool about that? Today's the 13th. Tomorrow. Imagine if I was passing this spot tomorrow. Some people will be. Anyway, tomorrow marks 88 years from the completion of the Appalachian Trail. That's so cool. Anyway, all right, must go. Lots of ground to cover. I had discovered, I think I saw it earlier, forgot about it, saw it again last night, forgot about it. And then today, remembered, thank God. But Spaulding Mountain also had a spur. So I did Abraham Mountain, which was 3.4. That wasn't a spur, obviously. 3.4 is not a spur. That was its own trail. Got that complete. Probably added about 2 hours to my day, which I didn't think was bad, although that doesn't count picture taking. So a little over 2 hours. The Spaulding was only 150, was it yards? 150 yards off the trail. So that's not bad. But of course it was super steep and straight up, but that's okay. Going up was harder, coming down pretty easy. So got that done. And now Sugarloaf, which is 0.6 each way. So 1.2. And I'm trying to get to the Carabasset River, as I said, because it says good camp spots and good water. So I really want to get there. Lately, I've been getting to camp in the late afternoon, early to late afternoon, and I'm loving that. But today, worst case scenario, I'll be getting there around 6. I'm hoping it is not worst case scenario. I would love to get there around 4. I just don't know what these trails have in store for me, and I have to add to them. So we shall see. Somebody told me that Sugarloaf was awful, but I don't know. So we'll see. Don't know, don't care. Got to get it done. So just keep plowing forward and get this day complete. All right. And this, by the way, for me is 135 days on the trail. Unbelievable. 135 days on trail. So cool. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Woo. So I am standing on what I believe to be the summit of Sugarloaf. There is no sign, but it appears to be the highest point. It's a bunch of rocks. I am standing on them, so I do believe, but I gotta show you this. This is awful. This mountain is a mess. Look at this. You look here, I showed you the pretty stuff. Then we've got this. Then we've got this. Then we've got all this. Then, let me turn around without falling to my death. Then we've got whatever the heck this is. And I'm clearly not allowed to go beyond it. So I can only imagine that I am. Oh my goodness. How ugly. I'm so sorry, Sugarloaf, that they've done this to you. Seriously, this is awful. I'm horrified. You poor, poor mountain, you. All right, well, I'm going down because I believe I have summited. If anyone wants to challenge me on this, I'm going to, it will be a duel to the death because there was nowhere else for me to go. No sign. Everything's roped off. So, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, what in the heck is that thing? I have no idea. But I must get on track, back on the AT, and then figure out how far I am from my landing spot, Carabasset River. All right, let's do it. We'll close with a beautiful picture. Yeah, we can squeeze a picture in between here. Beautiful. All right. Oh, no. Gotta go this way. All right, bye. Now this is the Carabasset Valley. The Carabasset River is where I'm hoping to land tonight, providing there's water. I have to think so, but gosh, you never know anymore. But man, this is beautiful. Gorgeous. All right, I'm almost there. Gotta go. So I'm sitting in my tent because it just rained and now everything is wet. Everything's wet. Oh, my clothes on my clothesline. I actually left the clothes intentionally. I had rinsed out. It was underwear washing day. I try to rinse them out as often as possible. But I rinsed out my bandana after my bandana bath, and I was going to rinse out my shirt and hadn't gotten around to it. So I threw it on the line just to air it out. And then when it started raining, I said, oh, what the heck, I'm gonna rinse it out anyway. So that is that. And I noticed I got a neighbor over there. Not sure when they arrived because I've been in my tent while it's raining. And now everything's just wet. My Crocs were full of water. They're actually not Crocs. Did I ever show you these? I love these. They are not Crocs. They are dogs. See that? D-A-W-G-S. Dogs. And they're half the way to Crocs. But they do the job. And they have flip-flops. And the flip-flops are the best. I love their flip-flops. And they come in a zillion cool colors and designs. I love them. Anyway, cooking my dinner because I'm starving. And I wasn't able to cook it while it was raining. So I think when I venture out of my tent and into the wet wilderness again, I'll take a picture or I'll take a video of my little campsite. I love it. Can you hear the water? Man, I am just killing it with the campsites lately. This one, Carabasset River, flowing. Oh, so good. The water is beautiful and cold. So before the rain, I was so pleased with the timing. Got here at 4:30. Yeah, why don't we just look at my clothesline while I talk about this? Got here at 4:30. Was able to, I soaked my feet. I took my little bandana bath. I got my water, set up my tent. Of course, I do that first thing. Anyway, I got everything. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oops, it's starting to sprinkle. I had heard some thunder, so I reached out to Neil because, of course, no cell service. There just isn't cell service ever anymore. But I sent him a satellite text and I said, hey, what's the weather report? And he said rain was coming. I said, well, yeah, I can hear some thunder in the distance. So it started to sprinkle and I jumped in my tent and I was just so pleased with the timing. But anyway, I do want to get some more water and I want to rinse my shirt out properly. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm ready to be in bed or ready to stay in this tent for good. It is 6:46. Not bad. All right, I'll do my little video of my tent site soon. Probably after my dinner. Okay, bye for now. See, this is a bee. Like some kind of bee. They get caught under the fly in between the tent and they get very, very upset about it. Because they don't know how to get out. Well, little waspy bee thing. I hope I didn't go pitching near some kind of nest. Oh, that's all I need. Anyway, I hope you find your way out. I'm not going to help you. You have to figure it out on your own. But this happens every night. there'll be all these different bugs between my tent and the netting. It's kind of funny, actually. But the big ones, they get mad. They just buzz around and get real mad. Oh well, I think you'll make your way out. You're a smart bee. I gotta finish cooking my dinner, okay? So I have to unzip my mesh. Don't come in here, okay? Is a deal? Okay. Okay, so this is my little wet tent site. It's cute, even if it is wet. See, look at this. Is this not perfect? It's all nice and private in the woods. And I do have a neighbor, and he looks much farther away than he is. It's the way the phone is, right? Like, there he is. I did actually consider that site. And you want to know why I turned it down? It's actually perfect. It's a nice private site. Also very, very private. But you know why I turned it down? Because it was just too far from the trail. You want to know how close to the trail I am? This is how close. Here's my tent. And here's the trail. That's how close. So I said, why would I be way over there when I could be right here? Also, I might as well just go on over here. Why not? And I mean, this area can really accommodate quite a few tents. Maybe people were frightened away because they heard rain. I don't know. I'm honestly surprised it's not packed because of the water, honestly. But look at all these spots. And there's actually, let's see, I almost picked this one again. Well, I'll tell you why I didn't pick it. This one I thought would be, look at this, right in there, all private, right? And close to the water, so you can hear the water sounds. How awesome is that? But look at this. Look at this. This is, phenomenal. And that's the direction I'm going tomorrow. This is phenomenal. All right, now, let me show you. Oh my goodness. The best part. My water source, the river. Oh my God. It is just beautiful. You can hear it. But, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Honestly, when I see this, it makes me forget we have a water scarcity problem. Or we have water scarcity, and it is a problem. We don't have a scarcity problem. Yeah. We have a water availability problem. But we do have water scarcity. But we just had about a half an hour rain, so not sure it did very much. I doubt the streams are flowing because of that rain. But this, I gotta tell you the truth, it's really something. Especially, I have been going through on and off water scarcity since Pennsylvania, when we had that heat wave. A lot of the streams dried up. People were really generous people, as you know, were leaving water caches at all the trailheads. So people were leaving water, and so not having water, I had started this trail with water always available. Whenever I needed it, there were just more than enough streams. And then around Pennsylvania, when we had that heat wave, things just started to change, and there wasn't always water available, and you had to really be thinking about where your next water source was going to be. So I got to tell you, I never appreciated the sound of water more than the time I've spent on this trail. And sometimes oftentimes when it's like this, when you have a nice, really flowing river, you can hear it a quarter mile away, and it's just like the most beautiful sound. And oh yeah, we're gonna have water at our campsite. Because sometimes, like even here, I said, well, if we don't have water, I have to keep moving. And I could hear the water at least a quarter mile away, and I was like, oh, the beautiful sound. I hear it, I hear it, I hear it. And I was so excited. I mean, look at this water. It is and it's so clean, and I've already drank it. It tastes so good. But you know what I also know? So we see what this water level is right here, right? You can see the water level. So this is how bad our or how limited the water is lately. This particular river, they talk about having to ford up to your waist. So normally the water levels are so high you're walking through water at your waist. And if it's raging, they tell you not to cross it, to wait. So it shows you. But after I read that, I was pretty sure that it would have at least some water. And I was right. Anyway, okay, I could talk for days. But I will let you go. And I think I'm going to crawl back into my tent because I have no reason not to. And I will do the daily recap for you. That'll be next. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Good evening. So I'm trying something new. We have rain clouds overhead, and as a result, it is way too dark in my tent to do any video. I think the sun went to bed early tonight. Hopefully you can hear me over the water. I just wanted to do a really quick recap, and I fear these rain clouds may give out at any second, so I gotta be quick about it. So actual 18 miles today, only 10 and a half. But I added 4.7 in additional miles in an effort to peak bag Mount Abraham, that you know, that was 3.4, Spaulding, the spur, which was 0.3, and then Sugarloaf, the spur, which was 0.5 each way, so that's a mile. They were all steep. I have absolutely no idea what the additional elevation was. I know one of them said 500, so there's at least 500 just for one of them. With the information that I have available to me, I'm not able to calculate that. So, oh well. The 10 and a half AT miles, that was 3,100 feet of gain. So it was probably around 4,000. But I'll tell you, the AT miles were fine. We had to go up in the beginning, but once we were up there, we just kind of dropped and went back up, dropped and went back up, dropped and went back up. It wasn't bad. Honestly, all of the hard stuff was in the peak bagging today, and I'm exhausted. By the time I got to Sugarloaf, it was just like, okay, I'm so done, and I just couldn't wait to get back to this tent site. And I had to keep telling myself, get to the tent site. I had to keep telling myself, if there's no water, you're not done, right? Like, you have to go find water. And about a quarter mile before I got here, I could hear it. And I was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus, because I could hear it. Like, I heard it gushing. And I am like, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful water. And then when I saw the sights, oh, I was just in heaven. But I will tell you the funniest story. So I was 1 mile exactly from that tent site. And I was up on the Carabasset Valley looking down. Or I was up looking down on the valley. And I'm like, oh, it's just 1 mile. How hard can it be? Never say that to the trail. I swear the trail just loves to go, really? How hard can I be? Next thing you know, and I should have known, it's 1 mile. We're going down. The river's not up high. The river's at the bottom of the valley. The Carabasset Valley. The Carabasset River is at the Carabasset Valley. Oh my God. It wasn't like steep, like we went straight down. It was actually weaving us down the mountain, but it was right on the edge of the cliff. I'm like, honestly, if I lost my footing, would I just like go rolling down the mountain or something? Thank God. There were times I was just a little frightened. I'm like, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. I was trying to make myself feel better. I'm like, oh, 1 mile, you can do that in half an hour. Like, oh, you never know what these mountains will, what these trails will throw lately. The trails will throw at you. We'll call it 45 minutes. I was trying to just tell my brain, like, hey, we're going to be there in no time. And then we get that. I was like, but it didn't matter. I think I did do it in 45 minutes, but it didn't matter. Once I saw this, once I saw all this beautiful water, all was forgiven. That's okay. Anything you want to throw at me, it's all good. You gave me this. And these beautiful campsites. But anyway, yeah, and we hit 2,000 miles today. I cannot even. I hiked 2,000 miles in one go. I'm still in, I can't even. I'm like, I'm in awe of it all. Of all of it, honestly. I can't believe how long I've been out here. I can't believe how far I've traveled. I can't believe all that I've experienced and seen out here in this almost 5 months. It's been incredible. Honestly, it's not been easy. Oh my God. Some days you just go, oh, why is it so hard all the time? So hard. All of it is hard. Like, if somebody thinks that we're just out here walking on like some rail trail, oh no. We're only going up or down. There is so little flat. It's either up or down, up or down, up or down. And sometimes the downs can be just as bad as the ups, if not worse. Oh my gosh. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it's farthest thing from easy. I often wonder what people are envisioning, right? Because I'm not always showing you the trails. And when I do show you the trails, it's often flat because it's when I don't have to pay as much attention. But it's been quite something out here. So with all the hard work, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, with all the hard work that I've had to put forth, the experience and the adventure and the things I've seen and done, so worth it. But you gotta have it all. Like, you don't get one without the other, I guess. And it's just incredible. 2,000 miles. Actually, 2001.7 right now. But yeah, pretty freaking amazing. I'm pretty stoked. So I think that was all the excitement for the day. 3 peak bags, 3,100 feet of gain, 10.5 miles, and 2,000 miles total. And what's really funny, I have my headphones in. Some days I just need a distraction. I don't actually have them in very often. Very, very rarely, actually. But some days I just need them. And today was one of those days. And as I am passing the 2,000 mile mark, that song by One Republic, I Lived, is playing on my headphones. No lie. If you don't know the song, please listen to it. It's called I Lived by One Republic. And it's kind of my theme song. And so whenever it comes on, I'm usually singing it out loud, like shouting it. But I couldn't believe it was playing when I hit 2,000 miles. It was just like so appropriate. Anyway, all right. I guess that's it. I don't know if you can see me or not. Hopefully you can. They're dark up there. Let me see. Yeah, Neil said we were only getting a little rain at 5, but I think there's more to come tonight. Haven't had any for a long time. I won't melt. Okay, well then, I guess with that, look at how dark the woods are. That's why I couldn't do the video in my tent. Look at that. And that is why Hiker Midnight is 8:30, because we can all fall asleep right then. So I shall call it good night to you all. Until tomorrow. Nighty night.